Freedom 35, 5, 5, 5.
Dude, start the podcast.
Wow.
Are we live, Clive?
Clive's live.
Clive.
Dude, this doesn't have the same ring to it.
Nah.
Man, R.I.P. to our Gordon over there.
He didn't die. We just fired him.
That's true, too. Welcome back, guys, to Freedom 35ers Cardano NFT podcast, episode 63, technically episode 64 for all the OGs out there. My name is Tommy. I go by TOMMY.
My name is TJ. I go by Lazy T.
And I'm the other Tom. I go by Lavish Bear.
And tonight, 10 with Tom.
10 with Tom, eh? Okay.
Go. What is it? What do I got to do to get on 10 with Tom?
It's pretty easy. You just DM me and send me so much ADA. We'll discuss it, in private. I don't want to give that out publicly, but
Can I get Venmo 10
yeah,
bucks to
that
get
works too. Venmo,
hang with
Cash
Tom?
App.
$10,
Zelle.
$10 Tom.
1-800-CLL-TOM.
Maybe we could set up a calendar invite and get 10 minutes with you. I don't know. Maybe we'll get to that a little later. Shout out to T over here again with a nice period with representing the name over there. Started off the year so hot with paparazzi, and then we're back to you.
It's that time of the month,
It's fine. Oh, all right. I see what you did there. Period. End of sentence. Shout out to Beyond Tommy again. I think did I use this already?
Tom, you hear this guy? He gave himself a shout out. What a loser.
Bro, I don't got anybody to do it anymore. Budget cuts, dude.
Yeah.
I still think you should have gone with the my version, Beyonce.
I like Beyonce. We could do that
That's
over
good.
there. But Beyond Tommy, we'll get into that a little bit too as well. But shout out to New Year, same name over here. But you know what it is? It's a new week, new podcast, lots of stuff to talk about.
Speaking of the podcast, updated roles in the Discord. We didn't have that on the sheet. That's just off the top of the dome right now.
Okay, let's do it.
Shout out to all the new mods, and there's going to be other roles as well. But the mods, we have Rez, Wunge, and we have Shiny, of course. So shout out to the three.
Absolutely. I thought that was going to be more like a wrap it up on the back end, kind of like just, guys, appreciate all the new mods, everybody out there. But I like
that's worth highlighting for sure.
Yeah, that's a priority over there.
Yeah, they get. I mean,
Real
I'm
quick.
surprised still. I don't know. Full disclosure, they're they got their roles now. I was against making Shiny official. I still,
He's
I don't know.
unofficial.
Yeah, he needs a couple more weeks of training, maybe.
Unofficially official.
Didn't like how he looked on the obstacle course. Those times could be a little bit better.
TJ,
Well, while
what do
we're
you say,
highlighting, I'm gonna do a little quick little,
do
plug
it.
for the
Let's
show.
go. Let's hear.
If you guys are enjoying the content, please give a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share the video. Thank you.
Notification bell. You're asking for a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You hit a little ding-a-ling-a-ling.
It's a tall order,
Put your text alerts on. Sign up for the
if you don't
email
want-
newsletter.
If you don't want to do that, just give us a thumbs up.
Send us your wallet address. Just do it all, KYC to us.
Oh.
We will.
Speaking of wallet addresses, ours is down there in the description every week.
Wow, that is a real plug
There we
right
go.
there.
What a
We're
plug.
out here in
covering all
full
the
bear
bases.
market begging for ADA handle money right now. Send us your ADA. Donate to us. Can I get a cap up? No. Another week over here onto the podcast. Really fun week to start it off. Yummi Universe. Yes, Yummi is on the channel again. Finally got a chance to kick it off with them in the team. Shout out to Dan, DJ, and Adrian, or Yummi Whale as he goes by. Dude, my man was just living in the dark. Just woke up like mid morning. I don't know. Like I always, those 3 a.m.s are tough. But shout out to the commitment for doing that over there.
I'll say he brought a lot of energy and answered a ton of questions. So shout out to him too, though, being late over there. And
Dude, he crushed it. He crushed the game.
I
just love the fact of the community out there when they were talking about it. Like afterwards, they literally took like Adrian and like the dark, and then he had Dan over there in the light, and they used it like the eternal darkness and shining light. Like which one you mentioned over there. So I thought that was funny. But no, it was dope to have them onto the channel.
That is pretty clever. I like that quite a bit.
Right, it was good. I'll have to go back and find that meme over there. But it's like somewhere tagged inside the comments. But it was a fun stream. It was a lot of fun putting like the artwork and stuff together. And because they dropped their Bluepaper, I know we didn't officially I guess talk about that. on the channel, but I think we were kind of just holding it back as we were like, all right, we're gonna have them live on stream. Let's just like deep dive when we get a chance to do that.
Yeah.
And we gotta, dude, they gave us some good info, like without like having like concrete dates and answers on stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff to like pick up inside that interview. So
100%. But they did give a lot of like insight of like what is to come soon, though. Like this new staking, the V2 staking, and I think even Adrian said the Discord game is coming out beginning quarter two, possibly. So I think that those are the next two things that are coming out for sure.
Well, dude, like they were talking about it. So a lot of what everybody assumes with like Yummi is they automatically think like the cards and the game. And what we really found out about that is that like the actual like Pokemon like style battle game, like the animated thing that we think about like as an actual game, that is still like under funding right now and is not like not underway. What they're really focused on right now is getting that village DApp together, like the actual like new hub where everything's going to be an all-in-one thing, where the new updated staking is, where it's non-custodial. You can just leave your things in there and harvest your Yummi rewards. They're going to have the whole marketplace. Essentially, we'll be able to buy like links to like your Narus inside there, and then you'll be able to see like the actual collection and stuff. Like, yeah, you can see it over here.
Well, people can list for Yummi too in there, and you can purchase with Yummi, obviously.
Yeah, so it's going to be a dope little thing because again, it's an all-in-one kind of thing. You'll be able to swap in there too for your ADA Yummi directly inside this DApp that they're working on, and then eventually they'll have the card packs, and then they'll be able to see the entire collection inside of there as well. Yeah. So like it was a really cool thing to see that what they built over this amount of time and that where the upgrades are, because that's kind of where they were saying they're going to start. They're going to start here, which is this update here is like they said maybe roughly 1 to 2 months that we'll be able to get our hands on this. And then from there comes the actual card pack mint, which they said like the actual cards are more in like they're going for like the experience. That was what they were going for. So they wanted to like kind of highlight like what it means like when you were a kid to kind of like open a card pack and then get that like,
or wow, open them
or not.
Case.
Hey,
I didn't realize you were planning on doing that with some years, Tom. That's some serious conviction. Like that's takes some.
That's going to be tough to do, man, because you're going to be able to like have the chance to not open a pack.
I'm a 4-year-old virgin over here on us.
Dude, if you think about it though, like nowadays, like at the Pokemon starter sets, like some of the original like boxes, like if you have an unopened one, those things are going for like, I don't know, like $40,000 to $70,000. They may be even more than that now.
Wait, the one with the Machamp in it?
Yeah, like the first edition, like starter sets.
First edition. Okay.
The whole like starter sets like that were all like first edition.
Machamp in it. Yeah, it always gets the holographic Machamp.
Yep. Yeah, dude, that was the go-to card, bro. Yeah, if you would have had a full box of those things, like we could have just went to the card pack siege. I remember back in the day when we would literally go there with like your dad, just go walk around, and you just could have snagged one of those boxes and just forgot about it.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Just put it away in a safe. We would have been rich, dude, over here.
So this is something very small and silly, but like, was anyone else disappointed that it's not going to be like a village layout?
Like an actual
I pictured like even like the map we use, like the
like a Mario Party
like
village.
London. No, like the map that we have, it's where the rocket takes off in our intro.
Okay, yeah, they're talking about
like the picture that from Yummi though, where they have like the London landmarks and things like that. Right that one there, Tommy. Yeah, I was picturing something like this, and you'd click around like here's the marketplace. Here's like
that'd be cool.
Yeah, like that would be the interface. I thought like that'd be the interface. Yeah, and it'd be like here's like like a little looking like a market, and you click on that, and that'd be the marketplace. You have like your house, and that'd be like your home hub where it shows all your Yummi. I don't know, playground for staking. Like I just thought like something like that would be perfect. It's a silly thing, but that's just kind of what I was like envisioning in my head.
If they're listening to this, hey, there's that one's for free.
Do a whole bunch more work? Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
For sure.
Guys, everybody's like, shut the hell up, guys. Like, you do not need to wait another few more months for this.
6 to 12 now. Thanks to Tom.
Way to go, Freedom 35ers. You guys suck. No. But it was a lot of fun, man. We had a great time getting a chance to chat with them, and shout out to Tom for this dope video. My favorite part of this like whole video you created was just like the Chunku like leaning the whole thing with the little Yummi plushie and the random Yummi that just goes floating in space right there.
Yeah, the whole video. They want balloons, yeah.
I think it's a subtle detail that not people notice that like the Chunkanaroo like is like you just said is tilting the ship. Like no one probably really even.
I actually forgot about it until we watched it.
You know what I'm saying? Though, like the tilting of it. So I think
there's a balloon guy.
The balloon, and then this too, like the mini me like sound effect. But what people don't know is this guy hits and actually dents the ship. It has a little crack in it and stuff. Yep. So it was
those are all actually from. We also pulled all those graphics. That's all work from I guess David and the team over there.
Yeah. It looks so good. Like he did a great job on it. But yeah, even the layout, like their marketing material they got for this stuff, it just looks so well done.
My favorite background we've had, you know, not to be too biased, but it's just, they popped well. I really liked what they brought for us. They came with a lot.
They worked out super well, right? That was like
actually going forward, if we could get like backgrounds from projects for our live stream like that, I think.
No, I created this background.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I created this. This was part of the thumbnail, and then I flipped, I reversed stuff. I added a little Yummi at the bottom, added a rocket up there.
Look at you. You go good, Coco. Well,
I did like a whole thing for this one. I had some fun with it. Like that was like originally not the stabby wasn't there. Like I added the stabby in. Like it was fun. It was a good little background. But that was because that just shows like the passion you have for like Yummi and just the project alone.
And you know, we're developing as well too, and learning how to do this. You know, you're working on some of your skills. Yeah, it's fun to actually kind of like it's fun to learn those new creative skills like that and actually get to work, because it's a challenge, but you get to like be creative.
Yeah, and it's just something, like I said, we enjoy the actual thing. I think, yeah, you can see like a full version of it. But yeah, it was fun. I had a good time like just creating and like actually setting it up. Yeah, that's what the actual background was. But
that came out dope.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I had a great time with it. And just shout out to the legendary Yummi over there. We found out they're officially Yummi. They're not like monsters. They're not Narus. They're Yummi. Like,
well, so Naru is the
little narwhal blue guy who we know and love.
I kind of like that they're going that route with it, right? Kind of just something different, but kind of sticking to the lane of like the Pokemon style, but having it called just Yummi. I really do like that route.
It works very well.
Yeah. I was going to say something about the card packs too. Like I like that, you know, that's obviously coming out this year, hopefully within the next few months. But once those card packs come out, I was telling them off stream, I said, I feel like that's going to kind of ease people's minds a little bit with like pressing for when's the game coming? When's the game coming? Because for me personally, I'm going to want to collect literally all the cards.
Yeah.
Like from a collector standpoint and also for the game standpoint, when that does eventually come out, I want to be able to have all the cards and any card I could use necessary to win a match, essentially. So I think that is going to just ease people's minds, is going back to that, like when the packs come out versus when the game comes out.
For me, it's like the collector's aspect too of that, of like, I just want to have them all kind of thing. Like that's how I feel already with a lot of the projects where they get to temper your expectations. Like in the NFTs, that's why like whales are a thing, because they just want to have that status inside those projects.
Say flex.
Yeah. And in here, it's like, here, if you got a full deck of things, or you got the shinies, like Adrian was saying, he's like, I'm going for the shinies over there, which are going to be extremely rare. And the fact that if you hold one of those, that again, that's like the ultimate flex inside of here. So this adds a new layer to it. And not to mention, dude, just shout out to David and Shannon and the artwork team over on the Yummi. Like they did an awesome job when it comes to like the nailing the look of what they're going for. Dude, it looks amazing. They did an awesome job.
Did you buy your Neku yet, Tommy?
I haven't bought them yet, dude. I want to.
I wonder if y'all bought it by the time this airs on Friday.
I need to sell some stuff over here in the meantime. We're not going to tell the people.
What if it sells? What if it sells on Friday?
If it sells on Friday, if before I buy it, then I will be heartbroken. But
you know, you can use you can buy a credit card now. I use Solana.
Yeah, right. That's the ultimate DJ move. Hey, why'd you spend $1,000? Oh, Neku was on sale. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I use the car with the airline miles though. We're good. I'll pay it off.
We're getting points. It's fine. Honeymoon, babe. Honeymoon. Let's go. But no, dude, shout out to the packs too. They did give us pretty much like a final count. There is going to be about 115 of these, with like roughly with that includes the Series 1 airdrops too, which shout out to the Series 1 over here, because these things are starting to take off finally. We were talking about this months ago, and they had a little run and then they kind of retraced. Everybody forgot about it again. But if you hold one of these Series 1 actual things from the original collection when they first dropped, these will actually get you this airdrop. So you can see the floor jumped from like 700 up to now, as of Wednesday night, at 1100. It may be even more. And this is what we were talking about. Shout out to Neku over here for 6,000 ADA. It was 19,000. So I want to get this, but we'll see what happens over there
right now. Live on stream.
I need to liquidate a few different things, but this is potential. But yeah, no. So what happens though, if you own one of these Series 1s over here, they were showing in the Bluepaper that they've got the Naru like artwork. Like you're not going to be able to earn. I keep calling them Naru because I hear so many people say, and I always get confused now, like if I should be calling them Naru or Naru. I kind of like Naru because it's narwhal. So it makes sense that I should say it like that, but Naru is just already built into my thing, and I feel like I'm Australian. like a kangaroo. I'm just like Naru.
It does sound like an Australian saying it.
It does, right? Nah. All right. Anyway, I was gonna do my Australian. Naru. Shout out to Shiny over there, chatting with him too much. Anyway, no, these are going to be the only way to get Naru over here. You will not be able to get this from the card pack. The Yummi that we all know and love, the face of it. The only way to get this right now, as we know of, currently is from this. And they did mention like in future releases, there may be ways to get him as well. But for right now, this is the only way. So if you hold those old season 1 right here, those are going to be airdropped in the form of these playable cards for the next for the actual game itself. So people are starting to take notice because this artwork on these, dude, it just looks so good. Like they did a really good job on this.
I put an offer in for a Love Struck one.
You do the Love Struck is so good. I love Love Struck too. I think obviously I'm Cute and Stabby is my favorite. Like, it will always be my favorite. But if I had to pick like a second, I think Extra Hate for me. I really do like him too.
The one right there, what's that one called with the glasses and the
dab on him?
Yeah, that one right there specifically reminds me of like the Squirtle episode.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, yeah, they do have sunglasses on. And Officer Jenny.
Yep. They're like, yeah,
is it Jenny?
Oh, the Squirtle Squad, dude. I'm trying to think of it because they have it on their Instagram. They have like the oh man, we actually did an edit for it too. I pulled it up over here on my computer. Did you guys see that when I did that? When they did like the eye? Remember when, like back like a few weeks, like months ago, when they were doing the teaser video, like they released like a picture of an eye, like on the Yummi thing, which was one of the legendaries. You guys remember that at all? Check that out. This is where the Squirtle Squad like one came into play, and I put like the eyes behind the sunglasses. But that's 100% what it reminds me of.
Squirtle Squad, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to those. And then if anybody is curious, if they haven't dug through the Bluepaper or haven't caught up on the interview for this, if you want to be able to mint the card packs, there's going to be 15,000 packs. And essentially when you'll be whitelisted 1-to-1 if you own one of the 10K Narus. And then you'll be 4-to-1 on the seasonals, which will make up that 15,000 supply. And it's important to note that if you have a whitelist, it actually counts as 2 mints. You'll be able to mint the 1 Eternal Darkness pass and 1 of the Shining Light packs over there. So those are
I'm just thinking right now. I just thought of a question. I know you guys can answer this. Not just more maybe for them if they're listening. Do you know I don't know if you know this from their Discord or not? If when we get the cards, is it going to be like in a deck style where it's going to be stacked like on their website or the Village app and then you could spread them out like an actual deck of cards, or is it going to be listed like actual NFTs in our wallet like on JPG store? Because I'm only saying that because that'd be cool if it was in like a deck style on their website, so you can kind of like shuffle through it a little bit and just kind of
you're talking about like the actual like spread them out kind of deal.
In the Village though, in the Village,
like that,
JPG,
like this,
not like that. No, scroll up a little bit, like kind of like that.
Like
I'm gonna go through your deck and kind of side scroll and stuff to kind of go through them.
If you remember the video though, like when we were talking about it, I think we pulled it up when we were like skimming through when the card packs were there. They have it here in this DApp. You can see the collection tab right here, and in that collection tab, I think that's where it's going to be able to display what you got.
I hope so. That's what I hope. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And this could be also the collection of actual Yummi too. So I don't know. I'm assuming though, they're the packs. When you go over the packs, there was like the 2 different ones where we were looking at I know we literally clicked on it when we were there, like talking about it. Because it was like the opening of the 2. I forget what it was somewhere inside this interview where we got a chance to actually look at that, like bring up the video, and it showed like the open or close kind of the 2. I'm not going to find it while we're here, but it does show that on there. So I don't know if
I know you're talking about. I saw the opening.
Yeah,
I was just wondering like how like it's held or like where you store it. If that visual or animation is going to be there, because I would really like that. That would be
I guarantee it's going to be there in some way. Because you could literally see it right there. It is perfect. Okay, sorry, This is why we had to get this up. And so it shows you your packs. So I don't know. Like I said, you can open them, choose like the open and stuff. So I can imagine though, once you're here, like it. I don't know,
maybe like your deck or something, or your pack or card or something. Okay, that'd be cool.
And they also said it also, by the way, this is not what it looks like now. Currently, they've updated it since then. They're going to give it more of a visual. Like this was just kind of just for demo out there, so this is not what it's going to look like. But you can kind of see. But it's cool because I don't know which one are you going with. If you had to pick Eternal Darkness or Shining Light, like what are you drawn to out of the 2?
Darkness.
Yeah,
it's spreading. It's spreading.
Yeah.
I'm going Charlie Murphy all day.
Oh man, that's what all I was thinking about too. I don't know, dude. I kind of like the Shining Light one though too.
Yeah, it looks great, but I mean,
I'm gonna go for them all.
I like the I like the mystery. I like the
collect them all.
The little goody two shoes over here, Shining Light. I want let's get a little danger. Yeah, it is my middle name.
All right, Thomas Danger. I thought it was Blask. That's an inside joke from so long ago. As a throwback. But no, we'll see though. But so yeah, it's cool. It's dope to get a chance. You definitely should take a look at this because they were waiting for that website to really get updated over there. Which big shout out to the website. The website looks great. They did a great job, and it just the animate everything that they're doing looks like super high quality. Over here, you can see previews of the cards and like what the backs look like. You can even see like the little, like it almost feels like it's a real like hollow, like what that deck would feel like.
That's kind of what you want though, TJ. Like it would be cool to have a little interface like that where you can move through your cards almost. Yes. Like in this kind of like interface like that.
To really submerge in the experience of like the cards that you own.
Add that extra little flair to it.
I would love that. Sure.
Can you go back to where you were just on, Tommy, their website?
Yes.
Scroll down a little bit. Because I want to do it. Like I feel like a little further. There he is, the guy laying down. That's I was like, I felt like Leonardo DiCaprio seeing himself in the movie, and
like
Once Upon a Time Again in Hollywood, where he's like pointing, that's what it felt like. I was like, hey, look, that's him.
All of it. Big shout out to Yummi and the stuff though for jumping over onto the stream. It was a good night to catch up with them. If you guys have not checked out the Bluepaper yet, definitely check that out. Big takeaways though: the Village DApp, 1 to 2 months. That'll be the first thing to get to that staking version 2 non-custodial. After that, they are going to be doing the card pack sale, which will be in ADA for the fundraising portion of that. And again, they're going to be a 1-to-1 whitelist with the 10K collection and a 4-to-1 with the seasonal collection. You'll be able to mint 2 packs if you're a whitelisted over there. And then they did mention that they did have some stuff allocated to the public as well. So they didn't say exactly how much, but there will, if you don't own one of these, there will be a way for the public to go ahead and get this.
It's not going to be an exclusive whitelist. They're going to go to some of the public because I don't know the numbers of the actual what list amount per packs. Like when I say that is like is there enough whitelists to just get rid of all the packs? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there
yes,
all the
there's 10. So you got 10,000 for the 1-to-1s, and then 4-to-1.
I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah, and then 4-to-1 for the other 10,000. So there it goes.
That makes sense.
Well, 4-to-1's only 2,500.
So 2,500 to public allocated.
There you go. We just did math live. Boom. Quick there math. It is. There's 25.
I guarantee not everyone's gonna mint. They're gonna forget. Or
yeah. So they'll have roughly.
It's gonna be able to mint all the ones that they have. You know what I mean? It's depending on the price and things like that. Like if you have a lot of these.
True, and they didn't mention
our boy who has one and say just throw it to our wallet real quick, and we're getting back for our wallet.
There's going to be a lot of whales inside the community because it's happened a lot with the seasonals when people needed like the 1-to-1 and they were just like, yeah, just send me your thing and I'll get you guys squared away. And they would mint it like another or burn another one for them. I definitely believe that there will be like allocations for people for whales, like inside a Discord to help people to mint if they don't have it.
People helping people.
Yep. That's the thing, dude. But I'm not going to lie.
America.
Holy shirts and pants.
Shirts and pants. Real quick though, we were mentioning the Beyond Tommy over here on the stream a little bit, but the reason I was saying that was because Beyond
shout out chill to Tommy.
Beyond Tommy is because of Beyond Rockets. I just wanted to say a big thank you to Bayrock over here for inviting me onto the stream. It was not planning. Normally it was during like the work hour, and I figured I wasn't going to get a chance to do it, but was able to catch in like during the like lunchtime. I took like a late lunch and was able to actually chill and listen to these guys. And shout out to Callie Sharp over here too. He's a professional hockey player, but he owns a Bored Ape. He got in on the mint or he bought one after that had happened. So we were kind of getting like the perspective from the east side of NFTs and getting him to kind of come over to Cardano. So, and that was set up over here by shout out to Spread the Love over here and Lil Crip, both of these guys for moderating. It was fun being on the other side of an interview.
No, it was cool. I got to actually listen to you for a little bit because I was driving around and shit. But they asked some good questions, but you gave great answers right back to them. They asked like about 3 projects. I think it was Mallards, of course, Old Money, and
good old BB.
BB, yeah.
They were asking about like our thoughts on that. And they also asked, which I thought was a good question, of like, what is your best advice for somebody who's getting into like the NFT scene? Like, what can you recommend? Like, or inside the NFT space, like, what do you recommend for people? And like the two answers that I gave were mainly like being like experimenting and cross chain and understanding how different wallets work outside of just Cardano, especially if you operate only on here. Because like that, if I hadn't like messed around with Pancake Swap when we were first talking back with like SateMoon and doing Trust Wallet and learning all the like dumb stuff that it took to get all that, and like messing around with the Binance and verifying all that, coming over to Cardano would have been so much harder for me. But once I knew how to do all that right away, I was like, oh, just go create a wallet and then you can go connect it and do all this stuff. And it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know how to do that already. So I recommended a lot of people, if you don't know how to operate stuff outside of Cardano, if you only operate in this blockchain, you should definitely look outside of it to understand what the experience is, so you're not kind of one track minded that on side of that. And then the other aspect was sell your one of one. Take your profits when you should, when you can, because nothing's ever promised tomorrow, and obviously we've seen what happened. It was a fun space though, dude. I know they want to go ahead and get us back on. I know they were talking about trying to get all of us on if possible, but they were also fans of the show too, which I didn't realize they were. So big shout out to them for having us on, and also shout out to Bayrock. I told him I was he was my number one played artist on Spotify again this year for the second year.
Really?
You just rock that at work, don't you?
Dude, because I always listen to it at work. Yeah, I literally I tweeted back to him about it because I was like, dude, I always have you in like the background of my like ear of this stuff. Yeah, there it is right here. I posted I was like, for the second year in a row, Beyond Rockets is my number one artist on Spotify. Listen, I spent 2,829 minutes listening to him. That's top. I want to know who the top 1% is. It has to be him, right? Because I'm top 2 over here % of the most listeners on there, but. Dude, he was a lot of fun to get a chance to talk about, man, and huge shout out to him, because I mean this is, I don't know if you guys have never seen him before. This is Bayrock over there, and this is us over at CNFT Con. So cool. dope dude. And if you guys have not checked out Beyond Citizens, I feel like that is another project that is, I don't know if they're at the 108 or where they're at on their floor there. I know they were right around like that 108 at one point. But you should definitely check out Beyond Citizens, because that's a play that these guys are like building. To me, in my opinion, I think they have probably one of the cleanest like voxel art projects over here. Huh?
118 right now.
118. Yeah. Perfect. I was like, oh wait, did you read my mind? I'm looking at the screen right now.
Oh shit! Yeah. I just pulled up.
Yeah. So big shout out to Beyond Rockets over here. They've been around since the start, doing their the different towers and different rooms and stuff like that, and they're building for their own metaverse. And the music aspect is another cool thing. But the reason we wanted to bring that up was due to the Twitter Spaces, like what the benefit for this was, because we got a lot of like new reach to people maybe who had not heard our story. I told him about, because he had asked about it too. He was like, "Do you guys watch Trailer Park Boys?" And I was like, I don't personally, but I know Tom does inside of our group. And he was the one who kind of alluded us what Freedom 35 was. It was a play on Trailer Park Boys for their Operation Freedom 35, where they were like selling weed or something to get rich,
to like back to the prison guards or something. Yes, retire at 35 though. That was the main point. The retirement.
Yeah. So the whole point of that though was like, he's like, oh yeah, I've heard about you guys, and I was curious to hear your story and what you guys were doing. And they learned a little bit about us. We learned a little bit about these other guys, and they kind of just made that connection. And I know we were talking Twitter Spaces for last year, or we talked about it on the podcast for us doing switching out a podcast at the end of each month for a Twitter Space, which we're going to be currently doing on January 25th. It's a Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month, every month. And that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, our normal time. And the reason we were doing that is that back in the day, we just really I know we just didn't connect much with Twitter Spaces. There just felt like there was like a waste of time almost, in a sense. I know you guys definitely probably felt a little even more strong on that, just because we didn't have much time. TJ's got like a family and shit, understandable. Tom was like doing a bunch of shit with work at the time. It's like, we only got so much that we do here. Why am I going to go and jump on there? What is the benefit, the gain to it? So like, what was your guys like thought? Like, how has that evolved? Like, have you guys seen a difference for how Twitter Spaces have evolved? Because I feel like people now are like branding themselves with Twitter Spaces, like for Web3. Like Web3, like Spaces can almost like create your own like podcast or show or whatever it is inside of Twitter. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
100%. Like even the past few months, like I myself, I listen to spaces honestly all the time. I don't get to usually talk in spaces all the time, actually ever really, because the times I do listen, I'm either driving around in the car or I'm getting my kids down to sleep, so I have to be quiet and I can't talk. But I
Holding
have,
your kids.
yeah, so I have been listening. I listen a lot to spaces and I see the draw for them. I see the presence that, you know, the people have in these spaces, and I see the community that just shows up, because I think it is a little easier to get a following and for people to join and listen in when it's just already on Twitter, because that's where they already get their main crypto information. Honestly, all crypto, not even just Cardano or NFTs in general, just everything crypto, finance, whatever. They get their main news or information from there. So I do see, you know, the benefit of holding and doing spaces and talking in there. So I mean, I'm definitely open and excited to try it out, to actually be the host of a space, not just a guest or just a speaker or just a listener. I'm excited to kind of control and moderate the flow of the conversation and the question. So I'm looking forward to doing that here at least once a month. And it's good too to kind of break this up, to kind of, these are great to do to record, and it gives Tom a break too from editing, so we get to kind of free flow and just kind of actually voice here back from the community in a sense, not even just from live stream chat and stuff. So that'll be good.
No, I mean, I agree with TJ. One, you know, I'm excited to, you know, do some mod abuse and like kick out words over and over again every time he joins and have some fun with that. But really, I mean, I haven't tried a Twitter space on my desktop since the first or second. I think it must have been the second Taco Tuesday when we were in. And the desktop version, it's I don't know, are they playing a joke on us? Is it a troll? I don't get it. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't show you like a full view. I can't even see what's going on. It's the strangest thing.
First off, I don't know, it's probably why you were unsuccessful, because the Twitter spaces on desktop, you can't even speak on a desktop.
Is it a troll?
No, you literally can't even speak. You literally can't speak on there. You have to be on mobile in order to talk.
So why is it a thing? Why?
I don't know why. Like, why do you have to be on mobile to do the space? Like, you can't do it on a desktop. You can listen on a desktop, but you can't actually talk on a desktop. It makes no sense.
I don't get it. It's really rough. And like, it was just bad. And then we did do a Taco Tuesday after that, and I, you know, switched to my phone. But really, I just feel like, you know, if we can make the time for it, we're missing out on part of the community that we're not getting to engage with. And also engage in a different way is what I'm excited about, because like the live stream brought a whole different level of engagement beyond just casual Discord chatting, but like live talking right now while we're on air. And then now we're going to be able to do that, and maybe not be on camera, but people will be able to actually come up and like talk back to us or tell us we're idiots, or like when we have like Jub and BTC and they come in our live stream chat, like now they're going to be able to, maybe, you know, if they want to come hang out in the live space in Twitter, they can actually just jump in and like, hey, you guys are way off on this. What the fuck are you talking about? Let me tell you like how it actually worked for my project, which is fun. I like the idea of that, getting to engage like even further.
Live feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, even too, for you, like Tom, you were saying, like, I agree with you. I used to do this too a lot. Is like, I like to, when I'm on the phone or something or just talking over voice, I like to walk around and pace around. You know, and I actually have a better thought process doing that. As weird as that sounds, just walking around the house or the room or whatever, I just think clear, and I have a better better conversation with people that way.
No, I agree.
So sometimes for like this stuff, like even a live stream, or like when we do the CNFT live with Thor and Blake and Chronic and Atlantic, like, you know, everyone on there, and we're sitting on for like 6 hours. Like, I go crazy. I think I stand up like 3 or 4 times throughout it. It's like I got to stand up and walk around for like 5 minutes. I can't do this.
My like legs are numb halfway every time we're doing those live streams. Don't get up for like 3 hours straight.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
The first one was the longest, so that shit was like,
it was like 5 hours. Yeah, it was a long
time. That was tough. But no, the Twitter spaces are a good thing, like, because again, I think there's it's where Web3 branding is. Like, people are literally building shows around that Twitter space, which no other than like good friends on the show are of NFT or NFA. I was reading NFT NFA, but NFA, non-financial advice. Shout out to all the guys over there, and girl Chrissy over there. You can't forget her. She's the heart of that show over there. But big shout out to the NFT group, because these guys really got spaces on Cardano, I think, like really like active. They asked like those hard-hitting questions. They call it the jungle over there, but these guys built a brand and a reputation out of this space on Twitter, and
Well, them and that Tuesday space too with David Can't. I can't remember the name of it.
There's Real Talk. There's so many spaces. Yeah, Real Talk.
They're good. They're a good space too.
You see, I was just looking at Space Cadets over there. I think that's Jail and AI Loves maybe over there. But there's a bunch. There's so many of these different ones over there inside of Twitter. Like another big one out there is Wallet Wednesday, with D Clay and Reddick over there. Crypto Cat. There's a bunch of them over there, but they've all built a brand. Like you can literally see like what they've done, and they all have these shows each week. And then you know, people tune in. There's Cardano over coffee. There's Cardano Stoners Club. There's like I said, Real Talk. There's Metaverse Monday with Jay Crypto.
Yep.
There's so many that I'm probably forgetting about right now. But they're all out there. There's Wild Cards. I think it was another one. They do like all the sound effect board. They have the sound effect boards too, so they can like, you know, they entertain, they keep the space live and like just fun. But a lot of these projects over here are, dude, they're building a brand, they're really growing a following, and they're getting like instant reach to people, like you said, that are already out there where, hey, I'm maybe not wanting to go on a YouTube or get premium right now, but boom, I'm on Twitter, I'm scrolling, I look up at the top of my phone, oh, they're talking in a space, oh, I know that person, what are they doing in there? Click on it and you can jump into a conversation, and it's like, oh, I'm listening in, it's not for me, boom, you can go out. Or it's like, oh, let me hear what the hell they got going on. Or if it's, hey, somebody shouts you out or somebody sees, or you just want to have a question, you can literally press the request button, and, you know, as long as it's decent space, or the, you know, it's the type of the space that they're wanting for people to get feedback, you can literally ask questions to these people and these founders inside.
Well, it's even like the other route too, is these content creators or these hosts of these shows, they might not want to actually, you know, show their face on camera and do like YouTube or whatever else, Twitch, stuff like that. They're able to still, you know, spread their knowledge, ask their questions without having of being a content creator essentially on Twitter, because that's even where the route Elon Musk was going with Twitter, is to bring more content creators to Twitter, whether it be video through spaces, any way that you can possible, of just having a big following with what you send out in your tweets. So he's definitely going that route and angle too with Twitter. So I think people are kind of leaning into that a little bit more, especially with these spaces, to be influencers in the space, essentially outside of YouTube, outside of Twitch.
And I think it's smart though too at the same time, because with Elon being on Twitter and now and talking about monetizing that stuff, like what better way to build your brand with your following and still be able to connect with people that potentially, if you can monetize that, you've already got the following here, you've already got the reach. And dude, like you can get, like, there's some of the big spaces, especially when the FTX thing was going on. Some of those guys that were literally bringing in, like Elon, they were bringing in fucking, what's his name, Sam Bankman over there into the literal Twitter space, when the guy's like running through all this shit and they're like getting a chance to talk to this guy like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And like that is like it's so like progressive of that movement, as far as like getting into this I feel like if you're not on Twitter and Discord right now in the crypto space, especially in the NFT space, like, dude, you're missing out on so much stuff. And this is where you need to be. And I wanted to shout this out over there with Superbowl.io, which is like, it used to be Hornies, now they're Super Bowl. But they also have this thing over here, Super Bullish Radio, where if you can like go into the website there, they actually give you a whole schedule of all the different Twitter spaces that are on talking about Cardano. And look at that. Sure enough, like we got to get that time updated over there. Well, I didn't even notice that we were on here, to be honest with you.
That's sick. I like that.
Seeing Freedom 35's podcast over there, but yes, we'll reach.
I get that.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where all that is, but I like that. So I know we were in the talks. I got to reach back out because he was going back over break. We're supposed to set something up with them.
You know, it'd be cool though, like kind of pivoting a little bit, like for our space, talking to other hosts of space in our space.
Like have a podcast, like it's podcast in session.
A dome within a dome. Yeah, no, but like talking to other like hosts within our space, just to kind of hear their feedback on it and stuff, and like how their experience
have them come on, do their show, and we can just sit back
and just call it a day.
I'm following, yeah. Well, I mean, it really just feels like the progression podcasts have been extremely popular and have had a ton of value for people as both entertainment and like careers. And this is just kind of that podcast style, but a live version with interactivity. It's just like kind of like the next step up from like, oh, what was podcast missing? A way to interact back and get involved.
An audience.
Live audience. So they can actually be a part of the show or give feedback, or depending on the host and the show, how much interaction they do give. But or even just spontaneous things like, hey, look, this person just came in the audience. You want to come up and talk? All right, cool. He raised his hand. Like, come on, tell us. We're just talking about your project. This is awesome. We didn't plan this. It wasn't a planned guest. That kind of, spontaneous jump in like that we have sometimes in live stream chat. It's that next step up.
What's that be a guest button do? No, I agree with you, Tom, because even being an audience member, like just thinking about when your Twitch comment got read on stream like a few years ago, like how that made you feel. You got some sort of satisfaction.
When Pastilli followed me, I have a clip recorded of that still. I was like, oh, that's cool. We had like
that's
400
awesome.
people watching then. I thought it was awesome.
That made your day, and it's a memory now and still in your brain. Like for some people, that's what that could be in these spaces, that somehow like they couldn't really connect with you other than going in these spaces and raising their hand and talking and asking you any question they really want.
And what's a lot of the time too is that like the big names inside of space, especially on some of the bigger founders, like even like a Clay or somebody like that, but you'll hear like they'll go up into that space and when they finally get their request to talk, they get up there and they have, like I said, direct access to some of these people, and especially like Charles Hodgson too, who does spaces as well, where you can literally talk to these guys and be like, oh my God, dude, like I just wanted to say I really appreciate you doing it. It's a memorable moment. And it's such an easy way to do connection with people over there. So yes, I think that's part of the reason why we decided to go this route. I'm curious to see how it'll go, because again, we'll have like a kind of topic list of some things we want to hit, but I would love to see the interaction, like our three vibe kind of that we have, and then bringing some people in and out to kind of get some like just general open feedback and chat, like just having a good time.
We got to figure out, are we going to do, I don't know, is it the X Factor? What's the one where they all get to slam the button after the X comes up?
That is X Factor. It's either X Factor. Yeah,
we start bringing people up, you know what I mean? And if I'm not feeling it, I could just like hit my X. But if you guys want to keep them up, you could like hold off. We got to figure out some sort of system here. Dude, like all three of us, like this guy's shilling.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I was in a space just today. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was a big like ETH space. There's a lot of Bored Ape people on there, and the host brought this guy on there and basically said, if you don't bring the energy, this, that, and the other, we're basically going to kick you off. But not only did he kick him off, he just ended the whole space. The guy said his name and it was very monotone, and he just had like the disconnect sound of AOL, and the whole space ended. I thought it was hilarious.
Bro, that's amazing.
Oh my God, it was funny.
Dude, I love this. And I honestly haven't really got a chance to log onto this yet, but shout out to Super Bullish Radio for this. This is really cool. Like, you got all these different spaces, again, there's so much branding over here. It's really cool to see, actually, if you really think about it, like, because we always talk about like there's not many like Cardano NFT YouTubers that are out there yet, but there's a ton of spacing stuff, because it's so much, the barrier to entry is a lot easier too. And there's always going to be a time and a place for like YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff. But dude, yeah, these guys over here, I love that they've organized this into a one giant like area. A calendar, a nice easy thing. And again, I didn't even realize that they had us on here. We'll get the time updated and stuff like that, but it literally takes us over to our link tree over here. It takes us back to our Twitter.
What does the guest button do?
The get guest button just takes us to our Twitter.
Okay.
So if we're live, I'm sure, you know what I mean, if it's that time, be like, oh, be a guest, bam.
You can literally support us somehow. We're gonna talk. You can donate ADA to us via this with your wallet, which is pretty crazy. I don't know where that'll go, but
test it out, Tommy.
Maybe I will. Yeah, dude, shout out to Super Bullish Radio and then all the Twitter space hosts inside of Cardano. I would love to get a chance to connect with a lot more of these people over here. Yeah, it is. Space Guys was AI in jail. Unpopular Opinion with L. Like all these spaces are starting to get super like popular here.
Yeah.
And so I've definitely seen that. I think there's a different time right now going on for spaces. And like I said, the benefit I think way outweighs the spaces where people are just wanting to like,
it's just
I want to hear him talk. I want to hear it just gets conversation gets lost and off track.
It's just an all-in-one though. Like I said, everyone uses Twitter that's in crypto and Cardano specifically. So it's just an all-in-one. They see a space going on. Oh, let me hop in there real quick. Oh, okay, gotta get off. They don't have to go to a different app or change whatever they're using. They can just stay in one area the whole time.
Yeah,
it's huge. It's like that's like what I do for sales for a living is like selling people something where they're like going to multiple places. Like, what if we could do that in one location?
That's
like, please, can I give you my money right now? Like, holy shit. Yes. And I can still like, in this case, what you're talking about, not only can they engage in the space, they can also still browse Twitter and like fuck off and do other things all at once. Whereas like if you're on Discord, it's kind of hard to jump back and forth between channels and keep like a conversation flowing with multiple people. You kind of got to choose one at a time and put some time in and then move to the next one. It's not impossible to go through and like say good morning and stuff like that. But if you really want to catch up or like talk to some people you haven't talked to, it's like impossible to do that across multiple things. Whereas I could be, you know, you could be in a Twitter space, you could be answering your DMs right there in the same window on your phone.
That is
like
nice.
everything's
like
just
that.
open. Yeah, it's good to go.
Close the window down.
Dude, even if you're in a big space too, and they let you pin stuff, you can literally pin your own tweets and like your own marketing in front of huge audiences, especially if you have like something relevant to them. Like it's great advertising, and there's so much cool stuff over there. And people are always going to shill like when they're inside those spaces. Sometimes like you know, you have a bunch of different opportunities to get in front of people, which is a really cool thing. And we still need to come up with the name of how I think we wanted to do that. Remember, we always went with like Freedom After Dark. We've always said that over on the channel. I don't know if we'd ever go with that, but I was thinking about it because the reason why I like Freedom After Dark is because the acronym is FAD, and it's Cardano's newest fad, Freedom After Dark. It works. Like it works. It's a good little
I was
thing.
trying to come up with a theme because of course our background and kind of part of like our overall look is fucking space. So like
okay,
like
so
space. I don't know. Like you can't just be like spacey spaces. Like that doesn't work though.
Journey with us through space to our space.
Yeah, welcome to our space in space. Space in space.
Space in space. I thought FAD was fun, but the only thing is that
like FAD. No, it's not
Clay's After Dark took off though after because we never obviously went forward with that. But Clay After Dark took that, so they're CAD. So I don't want to like jack the style of the Clay After Dark. But FAD, Freedom After Dark,
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
There you go.
Tea time with T's.
I like that still.
The CNFT.
CNFTs.
Triple T space.
Triple T.
What if it's just like there's no name, it's empty. It appears to be empty, but there's actually there's a space in there. You hit the keyboard once.
Space.
Yeah, it's just literally a space. Like
you could put your weed in there. What are we talking about now?
I don't know, man. It's what'll happen in the space, though.
Our name for the show.
It's not like we got a podcast or anything. People are just listening. Yeah. People want the updates. They want that structured shit now.
Speaking of though,
CAD. Okay. I see what you're doing there. I like the 10 with Tom. Can you give us this new segue over here into our next topic?
Well, I think this was a bit of a surprise for me and TJ originally. But yeah, my name that is inspired. I was completely stolen and ripped off from 10 with Len.
10 with Len. Shout out to Lenna for the co-founder of Clay Nation or Claymates as the official company, founder and CEO of Claymates. And me and TJ actually got a chance to meet her at CNFT Con. So, dude, super humble. Like
I was
like,
say,
it's one of my favorite stories
to talk to. Really, she really was awesome to talk to.
Like so nice, so chill. Like we were not expecting that either. Like not that we didn't think she wouldn't be, but it was just like when like people they've gotten so big inside of space, you almost like feel like I don't want to bother them.
You're intimidated by them in a sense because of their status in the space.
And awe.
They were just kind of like, oh man, like this is a lot right now. Like I don't know if they're gonna like want to talk to us. They probably get so many people over here, and it's just like I don't know. But no, dude, she was so nice. She was like so much fun to like just get a chance to talk to. I'm over here, I'm pulling the picture. There it is. We got a chance to talk to her CNFT Con, and again, so nice, so down to earth. We had, I don't know, like a 25-minute conversation with her. And it just kind of chatted about Clays, what they've got going on, what it's like. And then we saw this tweet this morning, and she put out this thing 10 with Len, and she goes, I'm opening my schedule wide open on Friday, January 20th, so a week from now. You can book a slot on their Calendly app, Calendly. Is that how
Calendly.
Calendly. Okay.
Calendly.
Calendly. Calendly.
Colojo.
Gefilte fish. No, but basically she's just wanted to chat with everybody, get to connect a little bit more. I do love the coffee right here.
I was just thinking, Tom, if you made one of those, how many people would book it?
Let's do 10 with Tom, dude. Hey, does anybody? Let's do that for the Discord. We'll open a 10 with Tom. We'll get a Calendly over there. For Tom.
We'll fill up the calendar for sure. We got Monday off too.
But instead of 10,
cancel that again.
But instead of 10 minutes, it's 10 seconds. It's
yes,
like
thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Instead of 10 minutes, it's going to be 10 seconds. 10-second Tom.
10
and
seconds.
It's just going to be, hey guys, I'm Tom. How you doing? Nice to meet you. All right, boom, next person, and we're just going to filter through. Yep, easy does it.
God, honestly, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but that Gina chick was the hottest.
What's that from?
God, what is that from?
That's from 40-Year-Old Virgin when they go.
Oh, it was,
yes. And she's like
Seth
the one
Rogen
that's like
says that.
Yeah, she's the one that's like
that
she's like says that he has like soft skin and very feminine features. She's like, I'm looking to try guys again. You might.
I just like that her name was Gina. It wasn't Gina.
It's spelled like Gina, but yeah, she's like it's Gina. She just says that when they're leaving. It's like, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but that Gina chick was my favorite.
Well, not to take away from 10 with Len over here.
If Lenna hears this, sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Len, this is what we get into. We just get into nonsense over here. But hopefully when we've got a chance, by the time the podcast launches, we will have got a chance to chat. We signed up over here, and hopefully she doesn't just not talk to us after all this. She's full already though, 10 hours. Everybody's already set up, which is really cool.
Honestly, even in the 15-minute blocks, I'm surprised you snagged on.
Bro, we somehow, she's got no times left over here, but yeah.
Just read the description. First line.
Come and have a cuppa with Papa. I'll put the kettle on.
Like that is so good.
I just missed out though. We should have gone for a triple attack. We could have booked like a 45-minute slot.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that was a good idea.
I just want to throw this. She did, dude. She was right at advertise this right here. No alpha. Try as you might, my lips are sealed. So she's not throwing us any information over here about Clay. So honestly, I'm not even we could talk to some Clays about what our stuff.
Cool. So no,
but hi. Because even when we talked to her, we didn't really ask for any alpha. We were just having genuine conversation about anything really. That was that day in general. So
seems like it'd be a waste of our time to ask for stuff like that. Like obviously we're not going to get, she's like, oh, by the way, here's like insider tips.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just never going to happen. It's like, no, I'd rather just get to meet you. It's very cool because it's fun to be in the space.
Yep, exactly.
Dude, I'm really excited to get a chance to chat with her. So yeah, I just thought that was cool. Like I would love to see more founders. Like obviously, especially we were talking about when people get bigger to the point where they're so busy they don't have a lot of time. Or somebody like her, she's like, look, I'm just clearing my day out right now, and I'm just gonna chat and get to know some people inside the community. So big shout out to her, and it was a really cool feature. I'd hope to see more of this stuff from some people, or even just doing, like you said, you could use a space to do that as well. But it's way more personal when you just kind of get a one-on-one with somebody.
She could even be setting a trend. You could see other founders start to do something similar.
Clays are trendsetters out there, that's for sure. Definitely, but big shout out to her. I'm excited to get ahead and do that, and I know we all are. That was fun. Awesome. Fun thing to wake up to.
Nice surprise. Yeah.
So big shout out to her. Yeah, man, it's cool to see this community like kind of opening up a little bit now. Like we've all got past the initial NFT hype, sell, make money kind of thing. We're in the bear market. Things are not things are making money out here, but they're just not, it's not as crazy as it used to be. So I feel like now a lot of people are focused on those communities, developing what they built and really rallying around the projects that they believe in. And I think, like I said, the spaces that are evolving, the community that's evolved from that, and everybody kind of connecting and helping to grow and spread that word outside of where we're at is really where things start to get fun, because it makes those events like CNFTCon that much more special. When all this time we've been chatting with most of these people, which we chat with probably more than a lot of our IRL friends, and sometimes even partners. Sometimes we're just I've been talking to these guys every single day in Discord, and you finally meet them in person. It's like, dude, I've known you for years.
Yeah. That's kind of how it was when we met Ryan and Devon. We've talked to them numerous times. When we met him in person, it was just easygoing conversation. Same with Blake too.
Yeah, definitely with Blake. Shout out Devon if you're watching this, bro. Davon, I like that name. I'm gonna get him rechanged.
Devon. I said Devon.
You said Davon, bro. Run the tape back. I'm gonna get it back. That dude is like, caught him. No, you guys always shit on me for my mispronunciations of shit.
I do.
So I'm gonna take what I could get over here.
Yeah, well, they say Cardano, so
they do. Hey, you're deflected now. You're deflected.
They say Cardano.
Shifting blame.
Yeah, dude. Anyway. Period. AKA, let's wrap it up on the back end over here. We're getting close to freedom after dark. It's a new fad over here. I just like saying that. It would work good though. Dude, it's a new fad over there. But the Clays After Dark do have a good little logo and stuff and good vibe going to them. It's hard. It'd be hard to jack that vibe over there. Yeah, they did. But I like Tom's space.
Is there another one we could sneak in? Freedom after
after dusk. I mean,
freedom after dinner.
Freedom after dinner. Ooh, yum yums. No, I'm just talking about the yum yums.
Wait a second.
Hey,
speaking of channels and Discord, we do have new roles coming out soon. OG 2.0 might even be here Friday.
If by the weekend. Pulling triggers early.
We got the role. We just got to tweak some settings. And
stuff. We got it. That's not just any role inside of Discord. The OG 2.0 is a handcrafted role. Not anybody gets that.
I wouldn't say handcrafted. It's handpicked, but same thing.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I was picking them this morning.
All right. Tom just literally went down the first row of people. They're all now OG 2.0s. If you made it and he made it in his site, you got the role this morning.
So we got Aardvark, Aaron.
Aardvark. What's that?
Aaron.
It just starts like the double A or whatever. So it's always the first word.
Aardvark and Aaron.
Like Discord's all alphabetical. So I guess I mean to end this out, I think that was our only last topic. I got to do my 10 with Tom, right?
Yeah, dude. What's the 10-second Tom?
Well, not 10 seconds. I get the viewers now. I get the listeners. It's gonna be a 1-on-1. 10 minutes, just me and them. Better buckle up, strap in, get ready to go.